Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Sunless Skies. We are carrying on with the Repentant Devil storyline. We found the Baroness, we found the well, and now we need to go back to the Reach. Go to Carillion. But my terror is a little bit high. Admittedly, the gate is closer than London. Do I risk it? What's the worst that could happen? Let's attend a funeral. Let's see if we can lower our terror here. Can I use a sky story to lower it more? I think I might be able to. Yeah, terror's fallen. The funeral is a mix of gentle sobbing and clutching handkerchiefs in excitement at stories from the depths of the high wilderness. You play your part, ensuring that a fellow traveller's life is remembered instead of being lost to the winds far from home. Yes, perfect. Oh, we'll write a port report while we're here. That might be useful. The most serene mausoleum endures. The catacombs grow as the necropolis line brings more bodies for burial. Yes. Is there anything I can actually do here? I'm going to assume that our beloved aunt is not ready yet. Yeah, no, she's busy. Okay. Let's buy some fuel and stuff, actually. Yeah, we'll just buy a couple. Perfect. And let's head back to the Reach. We should be able to get to Carillion relatively easily. What a huge... I don't know what it's going to cost me, actually. It might cost me money. Because I'm not sure I have any of the things required. I can never remember which gate has what requirement. The only one I remember is the Blue Kingdom lets you go away for free because they don't want you there. Which has always made me smile. What is this? Oh, Tale of Terror. Nice. The monument reads, "Be ye also ready." Okay. I'm always ready. Ready for what? I'm not entirely sure. Oh, this is a dead end. Fantastic. Hang on. Don't shoot me, monitor. I don't trust them, I swear. Kind of surprised the Ministry monitors don't have names. You know how the Dreadnoughts are named after Kickstarter backers and stuff? I'm kind of surprised they didn't proactively put that against the monitors as well. Because it was a very long list of names, I imagine. If it's anything like the tabletop game, that was backed ridiculously fast. A windswept habitation. The Enterprise of Albion does not rest. Its skies are littered with abandoned construction, derelict factories from its earliest foundation, homes that have yet to be lived in, workshops for industries that proved irrelevant to the heavens. An estate of vacant homes stands here. They have become the temporary habitation of a gang of skylarks, those homeless vagabonds who wander the windy paths of the sky. Let's just trade a sky story. There we go. They pass around flasks of something bitter and fiery while regaling you with stories. Gotta love the Skylarks. Mostly because I like the Vagabond, which is a story we're going to do at some point. If I remember correctly, his story is remarkably interesting. He's like an ex-millionaire, billionaire, who decided he'd had enough of his rich life. Found a massive geode in Lustrum, if I recall. The ones I remember are the ones we're going to be doing last, though, because hopefully I'll have forgotten about it by the time we get there. Uh-oh. Not again. You know what? Let's just turn to the bottle. Increase my nightmares by 1, but it will get rid of our terror. You remember little. You slept, certainly. You wept, you think. You wake on the floor, a blanket tangled about your legs. Your shift is about to begin. As you make yourself ready, you try to ignore the persistent tremor in your hands. It's okay, we're disquietening. It's not too bad. As long as we don't let it get out of control. It should be fine. Ooh, we can try and salvage some panes of glass from this windswept habitation. Let's do it. You'll need to cut them loose separately. One careless move could result in a cloud of razored glass. Hey. Nice. You select the most light-fingered and habitually cautious members of your crew. 2 panes of glass. Lovely. We can use that to build the line. The only problem is it's going to be weighing me down as I'm trying to get to the reach here. I don't think we've done Carillion on this character, have we? I don't think I've ever done Carillion fully, like, just ever. It's such a long and weird process of going through all the different gardens. Woolly's Acre? Yeah, let's just pay our respects. Keep our terror at 0 if we can. You are briefly without terror. Oh, that's not a way through. That's a dead end. Okay, hang on. Let me just drive around the building rather than through. There's oddly nothing going on, really, is there? I guess it's because we're just like, you know, in the middle of nowhere. I could go to the Barbers and Workworld and hand in that thing. Ah, it's fine. Let's focus on one thing at a time. Otherwise my episodes just turn into absolute messes of getting nothing done. I get like halfway through 16 quest lines and then inevitably die and have to do them all over again. I think if I finish a crew storyline, they stay that way if I find them again if I die. Like when you go to re-recruit them, they'll be that version of the crewman. I could be wrong though. Let's present ourselves to customs. I have nothing to declare. And let's return to our engine. What's it going to cost me? Travel to the Reach First Class. I have 1. No, I have 4 Ministry Stamp Permits. Or 200 coins. Let's go with the Ministry Stamp Permit. At the sight of your papers, the Superintendent jumps to activate the relay. Let's go. Here we are. So, I could go to Madeline's to get rid of my terror. Carillion is really far away. And by terror, I meant nightmares. It'll be okay. We got 5 fuel and 5 supplies. Does Carillion sell fuel and supplies? Port Avon does. They only sell supplies. Could stop off at Port Avon. We could go via the Memorial to the Unknown Rat, get that terror reduction in there. That could be helpful. Could stop off in Port Prosper, don't really need to though, so yeah, no, I think we'll just keep going. I think I already have the port report from Port Prosper. Fantastic name for a port, by the way. Port Prosper. You're hedging your bets a bit, aren't you? Oh yes, this port. It'll be a prosperous port. Money. Plenty of money. As much money as you could possibly see. If we're lucky, we'll find something to kill on the way. Not a dreadnought. Even though we have killed a surprisingly large amount of dreadnoughts, they're not as scary as they used to be. My brain got stuck between the word of terrifying and scary there. Well, so far this is the most uneventful trip. This happens sometimes where I get utterly paranoid and get accosted by anything and everything. And other times just nothing happens. I sometimes wonder if it's directly related to your terror score. An offer to trade for their surplus of seeds? Settlers who live so far beyond the edge of civilization relish the hardships of solitude. You sat down beside a humble homestead whose owners, despite their ragged sleeves, insist on inviting you in. I can eat my fill to reduce my terror, share gossip from civilization, trade carefully packed munitions for bronzewood. Yes, let's do that. The ragged steam trails of marauders have scarred the skies of late. The settler assesses the armaments with a seasoned eye, offering several lengths of good, freshly bored heartwood in exchange. Lovely. That is the good stuff right there. I could, of course, fly around Titania and Leadbeater and Stainrod Nature Reserves and all up here, because there tends to be wooden spawns and stuff, and honey, in fact. Honey and wood. Two very, very... wealthy is not the word I'm looking for. Oh my brain today. Valuable. There we go. Thanks, brain. Valuable goods that we can then sell to pay for our endeavours. Because we are still kind of running out of money. I've spent quite a lot of money on random stuff. True inspiration, says Cinders. Fantastic. I want to know what the rat did. I still, to this day, want to know what the rat did. To deserve a memorial of such dedication and size. That is massive. Oh, hello. You're a Takati. Yeah, we don't need to kill Takatis. Well, I probably had some plates to hand in, actually, at Port Prosper. Oh well. I definitely have some plates to hand in at Lustrum. I'm doing a great job of playing both sides. Okay, must be getting close to Port Avon. The sky's gone sparkly. Them's be the signs. Kinda hoping we come across a Scribe Spencer. I say this every episode, but it'd be nice to get a little bit of stuff. What am I actually carrying right now? I'm carrying 2 panes of glass, 2 bronzewood, and a jumble of undistinguished souls. I probably could have gone to London to drop those off, or New Winchester, sorry. If I want to. Nah, I'd be alright. Just the whole fuel efficiency thing. It makes a pretty big difference. I'm just lugging around stuff. Oh, good. There's a cantankerous up here. Hey, cantankerous. Get back here. Uh oh, it survived. Never mind. All part of the plan. The cantankerous are lumbering, half-fossilized isopods that will attack anything they disapprove of. Let's go with stones. Not money. Not gonna be much, but you know. 15 sovereigns. Not sure that was worth the effort, but money is money. I just... oh dear. The paintwork... I just blew a hole in the side of somebody's house. I don't think we actually need to pick up any fuel and supplies. Famous last words, I know, but Corellian's just up here and we should be okay, unless I get caught in a tussle in between something nasty, but I don't think much spawns between Port Avon and Corellian, to be honest. There's no terrors or anything like that. That's the stuff you gotta watch out for. I just noticed that this tree is growing sideways. Huh. In fact, a lot of these trees seem to be growing at incredibly bizarre angles. Watch now that I've said that nothing normally spawns here. Watch us get absolutely destroyed by some crazy stuff. The sky closes its cold jaws about you. Water freezes in the pipes. Engineers scurry to and fro, boiling kettles. Ooh, free supplies. I don't mind if I do. Oh no, here's Carillion. Right next to the stunted grove. I had further to go than I thought. The silence is eerie as Stoker tries to sing to lighten the mood. His comrade hushes him. And here we are. Let's see if we can find the person who wants to talk. The repentant devil wants to talk to. I guess we should go to the overgrown shrine first, right? Part of the ritual of coming here. The path leads you to a broken statue, seemingly ignored by the devils of Carillion, except for whoever placed the freshly lit candles at its feet. The face is poorly carved, but its features unmistakable. The burrower below stares at you through one gemstone eye and an empty socket. I am not watched. Contemplate the statue. Well, the statue is the raw material of nightmares. Something soothing about the idea that even a beast like this might be harnessed, that there is a chance of such an ally, for those who crack the code of offerings and prayer. Whether it is actually listening, it is impossible to tell. The thought that it even might, however, be something to hold on to in the dark. Okay, let's enter the foyer. I guess I'll write a port report. You take some notes on a pilgrim's journey through Carillion. The first port of call is the beehive-shaped office in the centre, or more accurately, a long queue leading to it. From there, the infernal attendants direct them to one of Carillion's 7 gardens to undergo penances. They certainly look penitent by the time they emerge. Presumably their souls are much improved. Not that you can tell. Go speak to the presiding deviless? She's in her beehive office? Here we go. Introduce the repentant devil to the presiding deviless. Use the full and florid title that appears on his visiting card. When the deviless is not visibly impressed, the devil says, "I brought a small gift, a trifle you might find of value." He produces from his satchel a 3-volume set, bound in fire. His own work. "Some methods for flavouring a soul to the tastes of a particular judgment," he reads. She tosses the set on her desk. It huffs smoke. "We are just a touch more modern now. It's a fine antiquarian piece," he adds unforgivably, "but we find those approaches rather cumbersome. Besides, we find we need to appeal to the original owners of the souls, offer them experience worth paying for." Okay, we can let him show how she's wrong. In its various gardens, Carillion punishes souls into greater refinement. Perhaps he would like to visit one and demonstrate how it can be improved. Or we can persuade him to withdraw. No doubt he could show the presiding deviless some interesting tricks. It is not so clear that you would still be welcome afterwards. Let's go with letting him show her how she's wrong. He adjusts this mirror to reflect futures, adjusts that blade to cut off the sense of smell. He leaves the penitents howling. Before you go, one of the penitents approaches with a note. Someone was here, looking for the devil. The note just didn't make its way through official channels. Guess that means we're done here. I think we have to speak to him? Where is he? We have quite a lot of things to talk to him about, apparently. We can debrief him on Carillion, since that's the one we just did, I suppose. Let's do that. He is simmering with a desire to comment. If I were younger, remarks the repentant devil, I would take that place from its current ownership and turn it into a fitting demonstration of the refinements of the soul. I could even work with you, if I turned your ribs to glass. No thank you. And he's lost in reverie, like a tailor seized with the vision of the ideal trousers for a particularly difficult client. When he recollects you're still present, he adds, "You may have noticed that they do not bother to prepare each soul to order. That's the real art, of course. Match the soul to its judgment." I can talk about the Baroness. Surely he has more to say. "I used to live with her," he says, "for centuries, before the Republic. She gave me safe haven. I gave her the wreck of power. I had been something, and now I was not. You've seen how she is. She'll sit in the ruins of the brass embassy for a century if nothing dislodges her, feeding her babies on the pulp of diplomatic dispatches. On the topic of those babies, I rather thought you saw her eat one of her larvae as you were leaving. The uselessness and hiding wore on me. Overthrowing the aristocracy was something to do. We also have agreed to a private rendezvous. Allow him to distract you from the unhappy topic of the Well of the Wolf. He is in the mood for something more carnal than conversation. He says he is curious whether his old skills hold." Hang on a minute. Is this like that time that I accidentally pursued romantic relations with a clayman? Oh, that's mildly annoying. "I would need another pane of glass." Well, damn. Oh well, let's do the private rendezvous. What could possibly go wrong? He whispers a command that makes you draw breath. In, in. More than your lungs should hold. Your ribcage vaults like a cathedral. Your sight blackens. Your mouth tastes like a phoenix on fire. Then, all that you are holding too tightly passes from you in a curl of incense smoke. After this lustration, he too uncoils, winged, burning, elliptical. This being could throttle a volcano, could summon back a comet from Aphelion. The joke and the pleasure of it is that so much should be focused on you, and that you should be able to endure it. Which is his doing too. Oh, yeah, there we go. Accidentally became a lover of the repentant devil. This happens all the time. Plus side, terror's fallen. You know what they say about curiosity. So, we need to find ourselves another pane of glass. And I'm pretty sure the only place we can buy panes of glass is in Albion. So we might be going back to Albion. But I think I shall be ending this episode here. Ooh, I might have glass in my bank. We'll go to the bank at the start of the next episode. But either way, thank you all so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Your comments are greatly appreciated. Thank you again to the members of the channel and the coffee supporters. It really does mean the world to me. And as always, I'll see you next time.